Hello everyone. Working on some Radical Flats buildings tonight, and I've cut the first one out, and this is the Collins Cash Mercantile Company. And if you've seen the Radical Flats before, you'll know what they are. They're made out of cardstock, and I have some of them up along the wall back over here. And the process is that you cut them out, cut the cardstock out, and then you have to glue them to foam core. At least that's what I do. So I have the front of the building here. I have the left side of the building as you face it, and the right side of the building, which looks curiously like the left side. A couple of open windows there, and then there's also a roof section. So you can see it's fairly detailed tar paper roof. These don't come with a back. The assumption is that they are flats, either to be mounted against the wall or close to the wall. And because of that, they don't give you a backside to the buildings. So I'm going to assemble this three sides and the roof, and we'll see how it looks. I also have two more of these, and I think I've shown these in a previous video. This one here is a couple of storefronts, and it's actually also got an elevated sidewalk here. This is an awning that you can attach 3D to the front. So there are two businesses there. There's another roof, and there's a third building which has a roof as well, and it has a little it's called the Town Hall building. It's got a little appendage here that you can attach to the side with this is actually part of the roof, and I think you can also use it as fencing. Some stairs there at the bottom, and I apologize for the camera movement. Just trying to show these. And then the fourth building, which is actually, I'm sorry, the fourth sheet. There is a fourth building here at the top. It's called the Community Building, just a small one. And these two sides that you see here, the left side and the right side, are part of this New River Banking and Trust Company here. So the middle building, which is this one, is meant to be butted up against, actually, you know, to be assembled and placed between the other two buildings. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to assemble this one first here, and to do that, I'm going to use the Super 77 spray adhesive. I'm going to do that down in the garage, not in the train room, because it has a tendency to get everywhere and it stays tacky for quite a long time. So I'm going to put this one together. It will entail me having to bevel the edges of the foam core here at the edge, so that these two can meet up at a 90 degree, well, not that way, so that these can meet up at a 90-degree angle here. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see how it turns out. Just one more shot here before I attach these. I'm just going to lay them out like this on the bottom of this piece of foam core and attach them. And then when I come back, I'll cut out, you know, from here just straight across, and then I'll start individually cutting out the pieces. So I'm going to go to the garage and spray these with adhesive and come back up and then cut. All right, so here's building number one, roughly assembled. And I've got it sitting on some plastic right now because I used some balsa wood and white glue as corner supports, and also front and back supports for the roof. You can see obviously the top of the foam core here, which I will paint black when it dries. But you know, I think it turned out pretty well. Obviously once it dries here, I've got some touch-up to do on the corner. I got a little bit too overzealous here with the mitering. But I think it turned out well for the first try. You can see how I mitered the corners there, and they're fairly easy to do. Just hold your utility knife on an angle and kind of shave it back until they fit. There's a little bit of a gap over here, but I can fill that in with once this is dry, even just a little bit of caulking. Caulking is our friend. Fill it in there, let it dry, and then use a magic marker to color that corner. So I think it'll be fine. You can see it looks pretty good. Further away you get, the better it looks, right? And so what I'm going to do with this is mount it on a sidewalk. In order to get the top corners to match up here, I had to cut a little bit off the front, the bottom front down there below the door. Otherwise the sides didn't meet up. So, but other than that, I'm pleased with the how it looks, how it fits together. So that's building one. Building two is fairly simple because it's a front and a roof, and then building three has three sides. So I'm going to start on building three. I'm not sure how far I'll get tonight. I've only got a few more minutes to work, but just want to give you an update on these three-dimensional buildings, again from Radical Flats. And I'm not sure if they still have any of these. They were actually announced a couple of weeks ago that they were discontinuing this line of buildings. So if you jump on their website, if you just Google Radical Flats, you'll find their site, and these were 40% off. And I think I got the set of 3 buildings for around $18, I think. But again, sorry for the camera motion, but they look pretty good. So, all right, enough talking. I'm going to go on to building three. Looks a little bit better than the first attempt. That was a little bit more, it's like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get. So there's building two with the roof, and again building one. So the way these things are supposed to sit, if I can get the camera set down here, so maybe we can take a look. All right, that'll hold there without falling down. So building one goes here, building three here. And then obviously wherever building two is goes in the middle. So I'm not going to have time to get this one done tonight, but anyway, you kind of get the idea. So I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm going to try and put some awnings on the front here. There were some pieces that I had to cut off of the roof because it was a little too wide. So I'm thinking that I may try and fit these on the front. I think that'll look pretty good. Maybe put a couple of posts down to the sidewalk when I get that in there, and then I've got another one for this side as well. So I think that'll look pretty good. I'm pleased with these. I'm going to let them dry. On the corners, let me pick this one up, and hopefully you can see in there. I've got supports in there holding them together, and I've left a little bit of room here at the back to actually put a back on here. And I think what I'm going to use for that, if you remember, let me pick the camera up here again. If you remember this stuff that I used for the bridge abutments, I have a ton of it left over, and it's basically a brick wall. So I'm going to put some of that on a piece of foam core and stick it in there, and you know, just to have something on the back. So I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so I just wanted to set these in place to kind of give you an idea. Let me move this light out of the way. Show you what they're going to look like when they're in place. Obviously building 2 will be in the middle. I don't know, man, I think those are just awesome. So much better, so much more realistic than the woodland, or the I guess these are woodland seatings. DPM, design preservation. Let me just get one of these buildings here and kind of stick it in the middle. You know, obviously that one is not detailed, but you know, so much nicer. You don't have to worry about interiors. They've already got the windows, the signs on the windows, and even over here on the side of this one, I don't know if you can tell, but it has obviously a sign, but it's got a little retaining wall here with some cement steps. I think it looks really good. And I've got these setting on a sheet of plastic right now, just in case I get some glue down. I don't want, obviously, them to get glued down to the street yet until I'm sure of where I want them. I am going to put a sidewalk in here as well, so you know, I may work on this road a bit now that I know what's going to go in there, but I think these are really slick. So anyway, appreciate the subscriptions and the comments and everybody watching. And once I get building 3, building 2 goes in the middle. Once I get it done, I'll post another video. Thanks for watching.